What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We were having a meeting, and Akpabio's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator Akpabio of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making? Or sexual harassment?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of sexual harassment?
Yes, I am accusing him.
There is a very bigger picture to this. Now, I want to tell you the story of Natasha. Please, just listen to this very interesting story. Natasha said that her husband and herself went to visit Akpabio in, is it not Uyo? That when they came to Akpabio's house, Akpabio left the husband at the back, dragged Natasha to follow her in the front, holding Natasha's hand, showing Natasha the whole house, his own house, Akpabio's house, and telling Natasha in the presence of her husband that if you want to come and have your leisure time in my house, you are free to come. And her husband, who was there, and after the meeting with Akpabio, her husband warned Natasha, don't ever travel to this place. Don't ever have any meeting private with Akpabio. So it's like her husband stopped her from meeting Akpabio privately because every man would like to protect his own wife. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. If Akpabio is the Senate President in the UK or in the USA, I think by now he's supposed to be on suspension or they will even impeach him. And follow me in this video. I'm going to tell you why Akpabio should be very careful, okay? Apart from the political stuff, everything they are doing, that is not what we are talking about. We are just focusing on the accusation and allegation of sexual harassment on ladies. This is the third time, okay? You heard me well. This is the third time. You see, if it is the first time, you could say it could be a rumor. It's not true, okay? Now, if it is the second time, some people might say, oh, it might not be true. But this is the third time. Now, the first one was when Akpabio was the governor, there was an allegation like this, okay? That is not the only one. Then after the governor, you know, the office of the governorship, he handled for 8 years. He assumed the NDDC chairman, okay? The NDDC chairman, there was a lady that also accused him. And this lady came to national television, Arise News, to tell the whole world that Akpabio was encroaching her based on sexual harassment and all those things. The lady came to the national television to say this. And before someone could become the Senate President of a nation, I think they're supposed to look at his past history. This Akpabio still have case with the FCC, about 180 billion that they are probing him. There are a lot of allegations and all those things. It shows you the way your country is. It shows you the rottenness in the system, okay? It shows you everything you could think or imagine about Nigeria. Now, this is the third time, Natasha. And you see there are misreactions, people. The truth is that Akpabio should come out clean. If it is to apologize to Natasha and be humble, because women are dangerous. I'm sorry, my dear women watching me. I don't mean harm to women by my words, but I have to say this, that women are dangerous. When I mean women are dangerous, women are dangerous. No matter if it is your fellow men, you can maneuver your way. You can't maneuver your way against a woman. Though. These people silenced Akpabio, including the woman Akpabio was trying to hire when he was in the NDDC. Now, let's follow it step by step. Let's watch the video of the second woman that accused Akpabio of sexual harassment. Because at the end, I want to establish a fact for you that why only Akpabio? Why only him? Is he the only man? Is he the only rich man? Or I don't understand. Why only him? That every woman, every offices, and these are the people who have the guts, the agility, the morale to speak forth. What about people who can't talk because of fear, because they can't tell police, put them in prison? What about people who are not talking? We are going to dig deep into this issue and uncover everything. We are not going to leave any stone unturned about the issue of sexual harassment, because It shows you the character of people leading your nation. We are talking about either number 2 or number 3 man, because after the office of the president, the office of the Senate president is the next office. So you could say vice president is number 2, Senate president is number 3. But Senate president in the legal term supposed to be number 2, and look at what he's doing. Now, take a look at this video.
Well, good morning to you, viewers. We begin what's trending in Nigeria. Reactions have been trailing the Arise News interview with the former acting managing director, Interim Management Committee of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Joy Nunye, in which she alleged that the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Xual Akpabio, sexually harassed her. Ms. Nunye, among other allegations, claimed to be the only woman who has slapped the minister. Let's take a look at that video before we take some reactions.
The only Ogoni woman, the only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
He slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me, he didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl. Port Harcourt girls are not moved by money, by somebody telling me that you will make me a substantive MD. The Port Harcourt girls are
Can we clarify this? Because we can't gloss over a slap. What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We were having a meeting, and Akpabio's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator Akpabio of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making? Or sexual harassment?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of sexual harassment?
Yes, I am accusing him.
Tundu, I cannot get over that question. Why did you slap him?
I had to ask.
That was a punching question. And you, Dr. Abati, you clarified the way so she can claim that she was sexually harassed, right? Well, let's take some reactions. One user on Twitter wrote, this Akpabio versus Joy Nunye and DDC scandal is getting really interesting. Remember, Akpabio talked about her 4 previous husbands. Now, Joy Nunye is talking about slapping Akpabio. I bet you more will be unraveled in the coming days.
Yes. Now, the first allegation against Akpabio, I'm going to publish it differently because that one was not in a video. That one is in the article. Now, how many people must have faced all these things? Because this lady now is a very powerful lady. That is the reason why she was able to come out in the national television to tell the whole world that this is what is going on. You know, Natasha is very stubborn, vibrant, articulate. So Natasha is not someone you can intimidate. According to her, Akpabio, I am not afraid of you. Akpabio, I am not afraid of you. Anyway, there is a very bigger picture to this. Now, I want to tell you the story of Natasha. Please, just listen to this very interesting story. Natasha said that her husband and herself went to visit Akpabio in, is it not Uyo? That when they came to Akpabio's house, Akpabio leave the husband at the back, drag Natasha to follow her in the front, holding Natasha's hand, showing Natasha the whole house, his own house, Akpabio's house, and telling Natasha in the presence of her husband that if you want to come and have your leisure time in my house, you are free to come. And her husband, who was there, and after the meeting with Akpabio, her husband warned Natasha, don't ever travel to this place. Don't ever have any meeting private with Akpabio. So it's like her husband stopped her from meeting Akpabio privately because every man would like to protect his own wife. Because how can you take a woman in the presence of her husband and you hold her hand like your wife, taking her around your house, telling her to come and visit you privately, to come and have time in your house where her husband is there? Come on, is this power intoxication, or is there anything that Akpabio and Natasha is not telling us? Because this thing is enough to, you know, if I am in the position of Natasha's husband, I will not endure for Akpabio to do everything he did according to Natasha. And when I get home, before I will talk to my husband, I don't have that patience. I will go there, disconnect their hand, tell my wife to walk away there, go home, and I will warn Akpabio because I don't know anybody. I don't value your word. I don't value your status. I value dignity. I value personality. I value integrity. So this was the story of Natasha. So this thing started happening before. If all these things going on, Akpabio should be removed as the Senate president because he's one of the problems we're having. Rubber stamp Senate, that they can't even bring a good, law. They can't amend constitution. You can't talk about referendum. You can't talk about you can't even talk about anything that is going to benefit the future. Look at everywhere in Nigeria, people are dying. What is the solution? If you talk about the solution, what is it called? Shetima will say restructuring my foot. Akpabio will tell you go to hell. Wike will tell you that they owns Nigeria. So we cannot continue like this. I'm happy all these things are unfolding because it reveals the kind of character we have in Nigeria. Anyway, where do we go from here? Let me know what you think on the comment section.